Hey guys, welcome to the Sophuckit Podcast. I'm your host, Soph. I'm here with our co-host, Godfather, and today we are going to be talking about a lot because a lot has been going on. Whew, too much. So, imagine you're a billionaire. You can buy rockets, submarines, entire fucking governments if you'd like, but the one thing you cannot buy is a reputation clean enough to survive your own email inbox, okay?
Well, some motherfuckers are going to try real hard anyways.
So, like I said, welcome to Sophuckit. We are opening the curtains and watching the elite jerk off to their own impurity.
Well, I'm Godfather, and this week the Epstein files dropped another steaming pile of allegedly on America's doorstep while Trump's kids cashed $500 million checks from the United Arab Emirates.
And in the same week, Musk's creepy Epstein emails like herpes surfaced on prom night.
Yeah, kind of gross, too. Here's the thing. None of these motherfuckers are sweating. Not one. That worries me.
Because the system, it's broken. It's working exactly as it's designed to do. So, strap in. Let's take a look at this, folks.
Try to burn what I constructed, not new to the game, unscathed by the flames. Risen like the phoenix, I mean it, so fuck it, I mean it, oh, I mean it, I mean it, oh, fuck it. From my lips, so fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, bitch, so fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, bitch, so fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, bitch, so fuck it. Podcast, bitches, Batman 503 and I'm out, take it away, so.
First, the January 2026 unsealing. Over 3 million pages. Everyone creamed their pants expecting the mythical client list. Instead, we got more flight logs, more calendars, and more massage for Jeffrey entries.
That's right. Over 180,000 photos, I think it was. Just tons and tons of documents. Let me translate that for the people in the back. Still no smoking gun, still no raids, still no orange jumpsuits on Park Avenue.
But we did get confirmation Trump flew 7 times. 7. That's more than some Spirit Airlines frequent flyers.
To be precise, no island visits documented for Trump. Flights were Palm Beach to Newark, Palm Beach to Atlantic City. He did throw Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago after 2004 girl incident, but credit where it's due, you know?
Yeah. Well, real hero move, right? Banning the pedophile after he creeps on a 14-year-old at your club. Gold star, Don. Gold star.
Right. I think it's mostly because it was going to do more reputation to his brand than anything if he kept him around. Meanwhile, the same files show Bill Clinton on the plane, not once, not 10 times, 26 times. Prince Andrew of the Windsor family settling for 8 figures. Alan Dershowitz, the Harvard attorney, still lowering like nothing happened. He's in the files quite a bit too.
And Bill Gates, 37 fucking meetings. 37 after Epstein was already convicted as a sex offender, mind you.
Yeah. Right. I guess he needed to really get a fix on his windows. Gates says it was for philanthropy. Sure, Bill. And nothing says charity like late-night visits to a convicted pedophile's mansion to visit your Russian hooker girlfriend.
Let's take a look at this video. It's Bill Gates says meetings with Jeffrey Epstein were a mistake. Let's see what
reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on that.
It was reported that you continue to meet with him over several years, and that, in other words, a number of meetings. What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well, and I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful. I'm very proud of what we've done in philanthropy. Very proud of the work of the foundation.
Look,
I need a drink. Actually, better yet, a lobotomy.
I'll tell you what. I'll get a bottle in front of me, you get a frontal lobotomy, and then we'll meet in the middle somewhere. You still have better judgment than MIT's endowment office, and a lot more people from MIT that I'm afraid of. So there's that. You got that going for you.
Stop. Gates give Epstein shell companies millions after conviction for science.
See, this is what they don't want you to understand. These aren't mistakes. These are investments.
Exactly. You don't meet a guy 37 times by sheer accident. That's not a whoopsie. That's a fucking subscription.
Some people have issues. This guy's got a subscription.
Mr. President.
Senator from Massachusetts is recognized.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that privileges of the floor be granted to a member of my staff, Henry Wu, for today, February 5th, 2026.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I urge the Senate to take up and pass S-Res 598. Last May, President Trump announced a deal to greenlight several $1 billion worth of advanced AI chips to the United Arab Emirates. The deal alarmed national security officials. Why in the world was Donald Trump rolling back critical national security safeguards in order to hand over sophisticated U.S. technology to a country with a long history of helping China acquire sensitive chips that it needs for its military? Why in the world was Donald Trump trying to ship off our state-of-the-art chips to the UAE and China when American startups, American universities, and American small businesses needed them here at home? Well, now we know. Now we know that the UAE greased the skids months earlier when it secretly agreed to pour hundreds of millions of dollars into a Trump family crypto venture just 4 days before President Trump's inauguration. Now we know that a powerful Abu Dhabi royal known as Spy Sheikh signed a secret deal to pay $500 million to take almost a majority stake in the Trump family's crypto company, World Liberty Financial. And just a few months later, the Trump administration and Secretary Howard Lutnick authorized the sale of advanced AI chips to the UAE. This was a victory for Abu Dhabi and the Spy Sheikh, who had been unsuccessfully trying for years to get their hands on those chips. Inside our own government, national security officials tried hard to stop this deal. They warned that handling advanced AI chips to the UAE would have serious national security consequences. Look, some of these chips would go to the G42, a UAE AI company that American national security officials have said could be a conduit for funneling technology to China. The CIA has reportedly warned about G42s working closely with blacklisted firms like Huawei that are tied to the Chinese military. And now President Trump is denying that he knew anything about the secret deal. Oh, please. You know, President Trump's own son signed the deal for $500 million. An initial payment of $187 million was reportedly directed to flow to Trump family companies. Another initial payment of $31 million was reportedly directed to flow into entities connected to the family of Steve Witkoff, Trump's golf buddy, who had been named the U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East. You know, here we are 1 year into Donald Trump's second term, and Trump has amassed more than $1.5 billion from his crypto ventures like World Liberty Financial. Trump is profiting off the presidency while American families are worrying about their jobs, the rising cost of groceries, and how they're going to pay their bills. Trump is profiting from decisions that make it easier for countries like China to get their hands on some of our most sensitive and advanced technologies. Congress needs to grow a spine. We cannot allow American national security simply to be sold to the highest bidder. The Senate must pass this resolution to condemn this corruption and call on Donald Trump to reverse his decision to allow the export of advanced AI chips to the UAE. I yield the floor, Mr. President.
Yeah, so while we're all jerking off to old flight logs, Trump's sons are in Abu Dhabi closing a $500 million crypto deal for World Liberty Financial.
Yeah, let me tell you something, kiddo. When a former president's family raises $500 million from a government right after leaving office, that's not a business deal. It's a fucking receipt. And guess what they sold? This.
Ka-ching. You know, UAE doesn't just throw $500 million at any orange family. They want something.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they're a bunch of greedy bastards like the House of Saud, you know. UAE doesn't, you know, they want the same thing the Epstein crowd always wanted, you know, access, influence, and knowledge that they were able to get buy into the American justice system with the, you know, that it has, because it has a price tag, you know.
So let's break down this scam. In May 2025, World Liberty announces $2 billion UAE stablecoin deal at Dubai conference. January 2025, UAE firm MGX takes 49% stake in World Liberty. That's $500 million. Let's see, 2 UAE royal advisors join World Liberty's board, and at the same time, UAE secures AI chip deal from Trump's administration despite national security concerns.
You see how it works? Chips for AI that could end up in Chinese military hands. In exchange for making the Trump family billionaires, it's not even subtle anymore. They didn't drain the swamp; they filled it with more alligators.
And who's brokering this? I mean, Steve Witkoff, Trump's Middle East envoy, whose son Zach is CEO of World Liberty. The same fucking people negotiating foreign policy are getting rich off those same governments.
Yeah, this is what I've been saying. Crypto isn't a currency for these guys. It's a gateway driver for with no license plate. It's basically how they're able to launder money legally now. They're basically selling out American interests and cashing in at the ATM.
And same week, the Epstein files remind everyone Daddy knew Jeffrey real well. The kids get paid. The timing is just fucking immaculate.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's play this video.
There are brand new revelations that raise serious questions about the depth of Donald Trump's second-term grift. The Wall Street Journal reports that just 4 days before Trump's second inauguration, representatives of an Abu Dhabi royal, whom the Journal refers to as, quote, spy chic, secretly bought a massive 49% stake in the Trump family's crypto company. The sale reportedly involved an upfront payment of half of the purchase price, steering almost $200 million to Trump family entities. Some of that money is, according to the Journal, also flowing to entities affiliated with the family of Steve Witkoff, a co-founder of Trump's crypto company, who just weeks earlier was named special envoy to the Middle East. Months later, the administration agreed to give the UAE access to 500,000 of the most advanced AI chips each year. The crypto company says that neither Trump nor Witkoff were involved in the deal. The Journal describes all of this as unprecedented. But Trump officials say that this is business as usual. Take a listen.
There's nothing unprecedented about the Trump organization going out and trying to make investments.
Ty Cobb, who served as President Trump's lawyer during the first administration, said, quote, "My advice as an ethics lawyer would have been clear. You don't do business deals with the families of the leaders of foreign countries. It taints American foreign policy." How do you respond to Mr. Cobb?
I don't have a response to that guy.
Meanwhile, Democrats are sounding the alarm.
The White House has become a nonstop corruption machine. Never, ever before in the history of the country has the President of the United States so openly, so brazenly, so consistently worked to use the immense power of the presidency to enrich himself. That is corruption. Those are the elements of a bribe. This is potentially criminal conduct.
And that was just the beginning of the video, but crazy, crazy stuff, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's not even like potentially criminal conduct. That's literally the definition of criminal conduct and corruption at the highest levels, right? So, yeah.
And all of these videos will be in the description below. We'll have the links to them. That way you can watch them for yourself.
Yeah, if anybody goes past 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, please get me a picture of the sign where it says for sale.
All right. So Elon Musk, 31 emails with Epstein. 31. One email literally references Musk wanting a, quote, tour of something. Bro was CCing Epstein like it was the Tesla factory visit.
This is where after Musk swears he never went to the island, says the one time he went to Epstein's house was to look at art or some shit.
Yeah, because nothing says art connoisseur like rolling up to a pedophile's mansion with your new girlfriend.
Right? U.S. Virgin Islands subpoenaed Musk in 2023. Court filings show Epstein was acting like Musk's talent agent, setting up meetings, talking about him like they were old pals.
And Musk's defense is, I called him a creepy loser on Twitter. Cool story, bro, Elon. Yeah. You also called that diver a pedo and had to pay him.
And then you got Gates. Daily Mail dropped the bomb, that one, of the Epstein girl's claims she gave Gates herpes.
Bill Gates caught herpes from an Epstein girl. Oh my God. Even his immune system got blue screened.
I know, right? I also heard he got chlamydia or gonorrhea from a Russian prostitute. But yeah, I mean, I thought Gates was smart at that, honestly, especially with him and his wife running around the world giving vaccines to everybody else. You think he would have got himself vaccinated from, you know, some of this shit. But
I need a cigarette. Okay, now we got to be clear. That's a tabloid rumor, but one star credibility. But what we know for a fact is Gates met with Epstein at least 37 times after conviction. Epstein blackmailed him over the Russian bridge player affair in 2017, and Gates kept meeting with him anyway.
Yeah. Man updated his Windows Vista and still got a virus. That's not a mistake. That's being compromised.
And the Melania rumor, supposedly she cut an immunity deal to testify against Donald. Complete horseshit. Zero sources, but the internet ran with it like she was already in the witness box, flipping him off.
Sweetheart, Melania would need immunity from these fucking Christmas decorations first. But I will say this. This week, the Supreme Court did meet with Melania's attorneys and Trump's attorneys. On Monday, they submitted a proffer deal for the state, for the prosecutor's office. Federal prosecutors, and then on Tuesday they accepted the invitation to review it and set a date. Wednesday they reviewed it, and on Thursday at 10:03 a.m. The Supreme Court announced that all 9 justices unanimously, without dissent or without opposed opinion, said that Trump's application to bar her from testifying was denied, and they were going to move forward with going to let her testify actually against him. So that part is going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it was bombshell news this week.
Maxwell got visits in prison from Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
Todd Blanche was actually Trump's personal attorney for a while before he became Deputy Attorney General. So it's kind of funny how he's the Deputy Attorney General now and like the second ranking law enforcement officer in the entire country. 2 meetings, July 2025 at the federal courthouse in Tallahassee. Blanche said he was interviewing her and would share what he learned at the appropriate time.
Translation: maybe a quid pro quo to keep her mouth shut about bigger fish.
Yeah. Or maybe they're negotiating Ghislaine's doing 20 years. She's the last person alive with the keys to the kingdom. She knows who was in the rooms, not just the planes, the rooms.
And a month after those meetings, she gets transferred from a Florida prison to a minimum security facility and upgraded accommodations while she appeals to the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Same government that raided Diddy like he was El Chapo can't seem to find one Epstein hard drive. Funny how that works.
Funny how that works. Well, we've got a video of this meet between the two. Let's check it out.
Today, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says he anticipates meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, in the coming days. Maxwell is currently in prison, serving a 20-year sentence in Florida for her role in enticing and recruiting underage girls to be sexually abused by Epstein. Blanche saying in a statement, if Ghislaine Maxwell has information about anyone who has committed crimes against victims, the FBI and the DOJ will hear what she has to say.
I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do, yeah.
Epstein's former lawyer on Fox News calling Maxwell the Rosetta Stone.
She knows everything. She arranged every single trip with everybody. She knows everything.
Maxwell's lawyer today telling ABC News, I can confirm that we are in discussions with the government and that Ghislaine will always testify truthfully. Bipartisan calls to release the full Epstein files growing louder.
Let's get on with it. Do what the president asked. Release those records.
Release the files so that the American people can make a decision on their own.
President Trump last week ordering the Justice Department to ask the courts to release grand jury testimony in the Epstein case. He stopped short of directing the DOJ to release the full files.
The president has said if the Department of Justice and the FBI want to move forward with releasing any further credible evidence, they should do so. As to why they have or have not or will, you should ask the FBI about that.
But does he still anticipate releasing more information, Caroline?
It's up to the Attorney General.
In that statement today from Todd Blanche, he says during a recent review of the FBI files, there was no evidence uncovered that could lead to an investigation against any uncharged third parties.
What this reminds me of.
What's that?
Mark Foley in 2006, Florida congressman caught sending explicit messages to teenage congressional pages.
Yeah, now that was a holy shit moment for the GOP. Emails, instant messages, the whole 9 yards. And this is, on top of that, this is the congressman that kept putting anti-homosexual legislation forward.
Foley was a chairman of the House caucus on missing and exploited children. The irony was so thick you could actually cut it with a knife.
But here's the playbook. Leadership knew about the creepy emails in 2005. They kept it quiet, told him to stop. He didn't. When ABC News got the explicit instant messages in September 2006, he resigned that same day.
And what happened? Florida DOE investigated for 2 years and concluded insignificant evidence because Congress and Foley denied them access to critical data.
See, the system protects its own until it can't. Then they throw the pawn to the wolves to save the board.
But Foley was a pawn. Trump is the king, right? Gates is the bank. Musk is the tech wizard. And Epstein, well, he was the fucking game master of it all.
Yeah, the only difference between 2006 and now is the stakes are higher, the money's bigger, and nobody's resigning.
All right, you beautiful degenerates. Hit us up on X, Instagram, or wherever, and ask us anything. We will read the filthiest ones on air, so...
And if you're not subscribed yet, fix that. We're self-funded by people who actually give a shit. Link in, bro.
And hit that bell, too, to get notified of when we do post and when we go live. We might actually be going live next week, so be excited for that, because I am. Final thought, every name in those 3 million pages still has their money, their homes, their freedom. Some just got a little richer. And that's not a conspiracy theory, folks. That's the punchline of all of this.
Yeah. Tell you what, the only list that matters is the one that never gets unsealed, and they're laughing while they keep it locked.
We will have the reference links for the show notes in the description below. I will see you guys next week, and stay dangerous, and so fuck it.
So fuck it.
Bye.